Hi, and welcome to Motivation Mondays with Lois. Come on in, come on in. It looks like I'm still having problems with my internet, and so I'm using my phone, so hopefully you can see me pretty good. But come on in. And so today is Motivation Monday, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lois Goudeau, and I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor. I'm also the founder of the Facebook group Mosaic Families Connecting and also the coaching program Mosaic Transformation Academy. Within the academy, I work with parents who are struggling with the challenges and changes of blending a family. I help them work with each individual so they will have a sense of belonging, so that they will feel heard and understood and have a degree of happiness within the family. By doing this, they move from struggling in the family to having affection, strong bonds, and mutual respect in the family. So today's title of today's lesson or today's video is, Am I Self-Sabotaging My Future? But before I go ahead and talk about that, for the last few Mondays, I've been coming online and hopefully I've been adding value to your life by doing these live streams. So if you could just click like if you're watching this, because I see a number of you are watching it, but you're not clicking like or you're not saying anything. And I really need to know if this is adding value and if this is helping you. So you can just click on like and then just add a comment like this is helping me, or I'm really enjoying this, or thank you for thank you for doing this for me and giving me more insight. So just go ahead and let me know that you're looking at the videos. Okay, so for today, I decided to do a video on, Am I Self-Sabotaging My Future? And looking at your future as, are you actively doing what you need to do and actively thinking what you need to think in order to have a successful blended family? And as a working definition for self-sabotaging, I'm going to read it to you. Self-sabotaging behavior is thoughts or patterns or behaviors that hold you back from prevent you from doing what you want or getting what you want. So we're looking at behaviors or thinking that doesn't allow you to progress towards your goal. Okay, so today there are a lot of self-sabotaging behaviors that I've seen in the blended family, and I just want to go over a couple of them and see if some of these resonate with you. So the first type I call faulty thinking. And faulty thinking is just your thinking patterns, what you're thinking. I've heard people say a lot of different things about blended family. I heard them say that a blended family is no different than a nuclear family. And if you think that, then you're setting yourself up for failure. I've heard people say things like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Getting married, I see people do it all the time. I see people in blended families all the time, and they're doing okay. Well, I would say to that is, one, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And just because people are smiling all the time doesn't mean that everything is okay. And the second thing is, do you want to take that chance on your family? Because you don't know anything about a blended family. This is your first time even entering into a blended family, and there's no roadmap. So do you want to take that chance with your family? I remember when I was pregnant, I didn't take the chance in saying, oh, I'm pregnant. Women do it all the time, so I don't even need to try to figure out how this is done or do any research or talk to anybody. Absolutely not. I wanted to give my child the best chance that he or she had to be healthy. And I also wanted to be healthy and of a right mind. And so I sought out advice from experts. I didn't take this to chance and thinking that, oh, well, I'm intelligent enough, I'll figure this out. And I'm sure a lot of you have done the same thing. If there were things that you didn't know, you didn't just leave it to chance. You went out and found someone that actually was experienced in it. And so when I'm looking at the faulty thinking, I just want to tell you some statistics. So 70% of blended families end in marriages. And the top 3 reasons why they end in marriage is because of the children. So in understanding and knowing this, would you just leave this up to just whatever I think I want to do? Would you just not even explore or not even try to figure out what I need to do in this blended family? The next thing that I see a lot of people do is procrastination or avoidance. Procrastination or avoidance. They may know they need help, but you know what? Right now we're doing pretty good. You know, it's the holiday season, it's someone's birthday, and everyone's on good behavior and everyone's doing what they should do. And so I don't want to rock the boat. So things are going well, so I'll just leave it at that. But the problem with that is if you don't do anything about it, it's going to cycle back around and you'll have the same issues. And I like to call this the hamster mentality, because remember a hamster on the wheel and he's just moving and moving and moving, but he's not going anywhere. And sometimes that's how the relationship is. It may look like it's going somewhere and look like things are going good, but eventually you realize that it's not going anywhere. Or the avoidance, you know what? I really just don't want to tackle this right now. So maybe if I just leave it alone, maybe things will get better. And again, if you don't do anything about it, it's going to continue to remain the same. Another thing I see is the fear of that it's not going to work. Maybe some of you have tried counseling before. And I talked about that in a previous video, the difference between counseling and coaching, whereas in counseling, you don't have to have been in a situation, but a coach, a blended family coach, is in a blended family. So they understand the pitfalls, how to navigate them. And so someone will say, well, I tried counseling before and it didn't work. And what I would say with that is, okay, did you have a blended family coach? Because if you had a blended family coach, then it should have worked. And so some people may say, well, you know what? I have a fear of it not working or the other person not doing their part. Again, you'll never know until you try. So hearing it is another reason why you're not doing anything, because you're afraid of the future. And then the last thing that I just want to say is the reason why the self-sabotaging behavior is people don't want to invest. I really don't want to invest in this. And so now this is December and I see a lot of people, and I don't mean to get in people's pockets because that's not what I do. I see a lot of people spending money on these big gaming systems. I know someone that's getting ready to spend $700 on a gaming system for their child, which that's fine. That's your money, whatever you want to do. But your children are your most valuable investment. And that's why you're investing in them. Why wouldn't you invest in your children, the family, the blended family? Why won't you invest in it? Because they are your most valuable investment that's going to give you big dividends over the years. That's your investment. And so those are some of the things that I see as self-sabotaging, either thinking or behavior. So now, what are some ways to avoid or to stop those self-sabotaging behaviors? Well, one of the first things is to realize that this is a self-sabotaging behavior. Whether it's what I'm thinking or what I'm doing, I'm sabotaging my future. And then the next is to set goals. Well, what are some goals that I can set so I can move toward having this healthy blended family? And if you just have a goal without action, that's just wishful thinking. So then the third thing is to take steps, action goals, take steps to take action towards that goal. And so in my Motivation Transformation Academy, that is some of the things that I teach you, is how to set realistic goals for your family. I teach you and I help you to not have self-sabotaging behaviors. So if any of this that I talked about today resonates with you, you can say, you know what, that's what I've been doing. Because when I was younger and early on in my relationship, I did all of those self-sabotaging behaviors. I thought that this is not that hard. I can do this. And after I separated twice, I realized I needed help. I also said, you know what, things are going good. The holiday season, we're getting along. I don't need to try to talk to anyone. And then after the holidays, things went back to the same. And then it was like, well, you know what, I really don't want to invest in this. But then I was investing in a lot of other things. And my children, my family are my most valuable investment. So I realized I needed to start investing in them. So I had to stop those self-sabotaging behaviors and start being more realistic about what I wanted for my family. So for Motivation Monday today, I want you to stop and think about, am I exhibiting self-sabotaging behavior? And if I am, how can I stop it?